Hey guys, so one of our family's favorite things to do when we go to Disney World is we collect and trade Disney pins. We oftentimes will purchase our pins in a booster pack from Disney. Sometimes we'll go on eBay and order some booster packs. They tend to be a little bit cheaper on eBay. And we wear them in a lanyard or carry them in like a pouch, and you can trade up to 2 pins per cast member that you encounter at Disney World. Thought today that we would show you our pin collections. Pins are what we purchase as souvenirs from our trips, and they're generally connected to something that we've done on the trip. Just for memories, keepsakes, things like that. So for us, it's a huge investment, and we want to include that in, I guess in our decor. I don't really know. We don't really have anything down the hallway except for our pins. But we want to be able to see them so that we can enjoy them. So we'll get into specifics. This is Dillons. This one is Zacharys. And then that one down there is Noah's. And then if you flip on the other side, that far one is Mike's, and then this one is mine.
All right, so we're gonna start out on my pin board, and I'll show you straight down the line, and then we'll get a little bit closer so you guys can see all my wonderfulness. So as you guys know, my favorite Disney character is Donald. So the majority of my board is the man himself. All kinds of different Donald pins. Mickey with the sorcerer's hat. Tsum Tsum Mickey, or excuse me, Donald. Yeah, Donald with the sorcerer's hat. Then more Donalds. And a lot of these are part of sets. Hidden Mickey sets, but I only really care for the Donalds in those sets. Now this set coming up right here, these 6 right here in the middle are the whole set of those. Then you got Darkwing Duck. This one right here is from, I think, Pin Figs or something like that.
Yeah, it's from Target.
But they started to make a lot of different pins and this is, Donald from the Kingdom Hearts game. This right here is actually a lapel pin, so it's not an actual Disney pin. This one right here is from Disney Funko pack. This one is another one that opens up, the donut shop. There's actually a set of those, but again, I only care about the Donald one. And then you get into like all kinds of different ones. Avengers, of course, Infinity Wars. We had a friend pick that one up for me. I got this one for Father's Day. It was a present for Father's Day.
Last year, not this
Last year. And then there's my cruise ones. Dash, Infinity War. More from Marvel Collector Corp with Funko. Moana, Ice Cream Shop. I don't necessarily care for pins with years on them, but those 2 are pretty cool. Cruise. Haunted Mansion. This one came from the park pack that Disney used to do. I don't know if they still do. We got this one, the Up House, when we went on our anniversary trip. Coronado Springs is where we stayed on our anniversary trip. And we got the Animal Kingdom one as well. Again, Disney, Funko. Then we got a couple of different ones. This is from the Christmas time. And of course, Toy Story Land. Got those shortly after Toy Story Land opened, we went last year. Excuse me. And then these are my Halloween party ones that I will not give to anybody. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll go closer. Boom. Again, years, not really big on them, but these are the cool pins. It spins. And up here in the corner, is my Aladdin one, which is really cool. It opens, and it's the 25th anniversary of Aladdin. So if you ever go to pin traders at Disney Springs,
Disney Springs,
there's different cases where special pins are. That was in a special case. Now, this has to be my favorite pin. I just got this pin for Father's Day this year. The Swab, the duck.
Are those your two favorite?
And my donut shop is pretty favorite. And outside of Donald, that Infinity Gauntlet. Yeah, and that's gotta be my favorites. Now I am about to put a non-Disney pin on my board.
What?
Yes, this is the WrestleMania pin that my friend Joey got me. If you're into wrestling, he's
moving it.
Oh, sorry. He is known as No Comparison Joe Harrison in the wrestling world. He wrestles around the North Carolina, South Carolina indie circuit. And because I'm a big wrestling fan, I'm going to stick it on the board. Much appreciated. One thing about pin trading that's cool for me is you never know what you're going to find. Some of the pins are worth a lot of money, and I don't look for ones that are a lot of money. I mainly look for Donald's. Everybody will tell you that if I'm trading, I'm probably trading for a Donald. And yeah, that's about it. That's my stuff. I love it. It's very organized. I like organization with stuff that I collect. Maybe I'll show you guys my pop collection sometime. It's even more organized. Bye.
Alright guys, so this is my pin board. It is in the hallway with the guys. As you can see, it's a bit of a Mod Podge of characters. So I really love the princesses and the villains. So I'll start up here. This is my villains corner. So this one right here opens up to see Maleficent's dragon, and that's from 2016 when we went around Christmas time, which was so much fun. We went on that trip with my sister. Very rarely do we get pins that actually have a year on them. This was a part of a booster pack that we had purchased, and all of them had the year, and I just really liked that one. So there's my Minnie and Mickey, and then it gets into Sleeping Beauty and Snow White, and then some random ones I don't have a whole lot of. These are my Disney Cruise pins, so the Castaway Key, and then Minnie and Mickey. Okay, and then these are my Ariel and Belle pins. Our very first trip to Disney was not too long after Frozen came out. I think Frozen came out in November the year prior to us going in March. So there were a lot of Frozen pins whenever we first started going. So a lot of these were our first pins ever. And then that one opens up as well. And this is an example of what the booster packs kind of look like. So there is a Frozen booster pack, and it has all of those pins in it. So Mary Poppins. I love the nesting doll ones. These are a mystery pack set. So I'm still working on collecting all of those. Rapunzel is my favorite princess, my favorite movie. Some of these up here are just really rare ones. So this silver one, it's called a chaser. So what that means is there's a pin just like this that is colored, that is part of a set, and then this is the chaser to that set. More often than not, those are mystery packs. Hakuna Matata is kind of my motto at work, because I'm constantly saying no worries. This up here, this paint bucket with Figment. I'm not a huge fan of Figment, but this is an extremely rare pen, so I wanted to make sure I held on to that one. The Jiminy Cricket's just cool. And then Tinkerbell, because I love her little attitude. Alright, so if I had to pick my favorite pins, I think the first one I would pick is this one. This pin we got on our anniversary trip when we went to Beast Castle, and it was just a trip full of great memories that we will definitely cherish. Just an adults only trip. Let's see. My other favorite I would have to say is this one. This Rapunzel pin Dylan actually traded for last year in our August trip. He knew I would like it, so he traded it for me. Very thoughtful of him. And then my next one would probably be this Moana pin right here. She's pretty awesome, and there's just not enough pins of hers. That's for sure.
Well, hello everybody, my name's Dylan, and this is my luxurious pin board. So the thing about these pins is they're grouped together by characters or by movies. So like this is like Star Wars over here, and this is like Goofy mixed in with the Star Wars and the Goofy pins. And you can see I have a lot of Goofy pins because I love Goofy. He's my favorite character in the entire world. We have some Stitch pins over here. We kind of have this a little bit separate because this is an Epcot special pin. I forget what year it is. But we actually traded for it in Animal Kingdom for, I don't remember, but we got it and it was really cool. And then these are just some special pins. Hey, Merlin, Fantasia, Hey Hey, Hades, and Hercule grouped together. And then there's just like a Marvel corpse pin. This is my favorite pin of all the pins because whenever we went to a resort, they have, I forget
What resort was that? Art of Animation.
Art of Animation. Okay, that makes sense. Why didn't I just say that? But they have like the mine birds at the top, and they say mine, 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 and I'm like, that's my family, and I start going like mine, 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 mine. It's so funny. It was great. So that's my favorite pin. This one's really cool too. It says Pirates of the Caribbean, if you didn't know. This one,
Sally,
sorry, from
Nightmare Before Christmas.
I'm sorry.
Dylan just woke up, excuse him.
Yeah, my fault.
Hang on. That one's really cool.
Yeah, that one was from the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, and Daddy was gracious enough to let me put it on my pin board. So yeah.
There's another
That one was
Halloween one.
Yeah, that was from the Halloween.
Even Wally.
This is like my childhood movie. That and Incredibles, but I don't have any Incredibles pins.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is really weird.
So as you can see, Dylan has quite an eclectic collection here.
A collective.
And they are not very organized as far as like a pattern. He has them more by character. All right, so you showed us your favorite pins.
Yes.
What's your favorite thing about pin trading?
What's my favorite thing about pin trading? I like the fact that the different pins, you don't know what to expect about the pins unless you're like a fanatic about pin trading and you find out what literally every single Disney pin looks like, which I am not. So whenever I go to pin trade and they're like these mystery pins and they're like some pins that I find, like I found one really cool pin that was like a Rapunzel lantern. I was just like, oh my gosh, that's cool. And this Oswald pin from the Epcot like special event thing, like it's just really cool to like pin trade with some of the guests and cast members and being able to find really cool pins that you can add to like a collection like this.
All right, nice. Well, thanks for sharing your pins with us, dude.
Hey, I'm Zach, and today we're going to show you our individual pin collection.
So this is Zacharys Board. These are Disney pins that we've purchased or have traded at Disney World parks. And he is working on creating a Z on his bulletin board. So that would be the center of the Z, and then that would be the top of the Z. Like I said, these are pins that we purchased at Walt Disney World Resorts, and we traded with cast members. We'll go over all of the ins and outs of that before this video is over. There are Disney pins for almost every Disney character, multiple pins, just different adventures and things that they go on. All right, Zach, so why don't you show us your favorites on your pin board?
So this is my first favorite.
What is this? Tell us what we're looking at.
So this is a withered Mickey, and then if you take this off, there's pixie dust inside.
Ooh, from who?
My mom and dad.
Awesome. Yep, that's one of the first pens we bought, Zach.
And then, actually, this was the first one.
Yeah, I think this one was the very first one.
And
So
then
this is
this
the
one-
letter Z.
And then I had Donald, Mickey, Pluto, and Minnie.
Yep.
And then my third favorite is the withered Mickey hat. Right?
This one right here?
Yep.
Awesome.
And then I also love these two.
Why are these all your favorites? So far, everything's had Mickey in it.
These two.
Those are fun. Tell us about those.
Once we went to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, and my dad let me keep these two on my board. And then I love Chip and Dale, so I like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and a lot more.
And this one's from your first Disney cruise.
Yeah. And then I like these two, and then these three.
Very cool. The cool thing about these Chip and Dale ones, let's see if we can get it to work. Alexa, turn off the hallway lights.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see. You can't. No, they're not doing it. Alexa, turn on the hallway lights.
Okay.
So the cool thing about the Chip and Dale pens is their wings actually light up. So that's cool and different.
But sometimes they have to like stay in the light for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, they do it when they have light on them. All right, Zach, so what's your favorite part of pen trading?
My favorite part is actually picking which one I want and which one I want to give.
So when you're standing with a cast member, picking which ones you're going to trade and which ones you're going to trade from theirs. Do you remember how many pens you can trade per cast member?
2?
2. That's right. Good job. Well, thanks for showing us your pen board.
You're welcome.
Hi everybody, it's Noah you're watching today, and I'm gonna show you the pens that are like most. So I like this one because it's about Christmas, and Christmas is my favorite.
Can you point at it again?
And it's the
Okay.
Pluto Christmas one, and it's a snowflake, which mostly I like all the Pluto ones. And the Not So Scary Halloween one, I like it because I love Halloween. And I just love that one because it was after when I was born, because I was born in 2013. And that one was my favorite also because it's a Pluto just in a star, and that one because it's Becky, the sign of USA.
Okay, Noah, how are your pins arranged? Are they like specifically arranged in a specific way, or did you just put them on your board?
I put them on my board close together because I wanted, like, if I get more pens, I would have more space around.
Mm-hmm.
So like I could have it like my mom's and dad's.
Okay. Do you want to explain any other ones, like this one or this one?
So like this one is kind of like the Star Wars symbol.
Okay, so it's kind of Star Warsy.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this one?
That one was from a Disney cruise.
A Disney cruise.
So that's why I picked them, because they had a lot of detail and they were I just loved them, so I traded with the pens that I didn't like anymore.
Okay, so now that we're talking about pin trading, tell us, how do you like pin trading? Like, what do you like about pin trading?
It's just that you get new pens, and if you don't like them, you can get new pens. You get to pick, and then if someone likes that one, then they can take it if you don't want it.
Okay, that's cool. Well, thank you, Noah.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed looking at our pins that we collect and hold on to. Next time you're in Disney World or go to Disneyland or anything, be sure to check that out. You can normally get like a booster pack for about $20-25. Sometimes it includes a lanyard, and you can trade with cast members and get some really cool pins. That's just a way for us to commemorate our trip, and we really, really enjoy it. We really love it. We love seeing our kids interact with cast members. It's a way for them to really get involved in the magic and talk to people that they normally wouldn't talk to. So anyways, thanks again for watching this video. Be sure to like this video. That'll help our page out. Subscribe if you already haven't, and let us know down below what your favorite keepsake is from a vacation that you've been on. Is it pins or pops or an autograph book? Let us know down in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
What's up, guys? It's Mike, and now I'm going to share my pin board with you.
Wait, are we starting?
Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Well, hello, everybody. It's like the Wally. So this
Stitch
is
and
like
Wally. No, not Stitch.
Even Wally.
Hi everybody. It's Noah. You're watching today.
You're so silly.
Hey, my name's Zach.
Okay. Look right here.
And today we're gonna be.
You can start over from the beginning. Just redo it. It's fair. I can cut it out.